We've made it to Valencia and it's just as lovely as I remember from 2023. It was an early start, but apart from that, the travel wasn't too bad. I just had to wear a mask pretty much the whole time because Holly, who's here with us and is also running the marathon, has a cold that I do not want to catch. So masks will be worn as much as possible for at least the rest of the day until she's over the worst of it, because I am not taking any risks 3 days before a marathon. Apart from that, everything feels great. I know I probably don't look great, but travel days are like the only days that I don't have caffeine, because I'll always think I'm going to sleep on the plane or sleep in the car. Most of the time I don't. Today I didn't, but I at least gave myself the opportunity. Definitely having some caffeine withdrawals, feeling more tired than I usually would, got a bit of a sore head. But I made my normal breakfast and my normal lunch for the travel, and the only thing I actually still have to do today is run 3 to 4 miles. So I'm going to go do that before the sun sets so I can take advantage of the nice Spanish weather.
Anyway, for my Garmin and get sick.
This is how slow last year's winner runs, and on the grass. I have to just pretend that I'm talking to the camera. Amazing. So I'm less than half a mile into my first run in Valencia, and already I've seen the start line, the finish line, and last year's winner. It's got to be a new record for most things seen in the first half mile of a run. And actually, legs feel surprisingly good, so that's nice. Just need to make sure that I'm really jogging, getting all the travel out of my legs, recovering, and enjoying one of the best places to run in the world. This is a famous park in Valencia. So I'm there, I'm at the start, and it goes all the way up there for 5k. Oh, there we go, 5.7k. Lovely. Just made the turn at halfway, 2 miles. I'm going to be honest, this was one of the rare runs that I wasn't really feeling before I started. Just could kind of see it far enough. But honestly, I feel really, really good. I feel a little bit tired and I've got a little bit of caffeine withdrawal headache. But generally, my legs don't feel like they've travelled at all. I think the secrets to smooth travel are: 1, try to get as much sleep as possible the night before, get into bed earlier if you can. 2 is really focusing on that nutrition and hydration. 3, as with every day in life, just try and relax as much as possible. Sit down when you can, and really just rest the legs when you're able to. And I think if you can focus on those 3 things, sleep, nutrition and hydration is 1, and relaxation, then you'll travel a lot better than most other people. The best thing about this is that it's marked every 100 metres. Also, it's a bit of a softer surface than you would usually find in a city. It's also just a great place to see other runners, but I don't know if that's just because it's marathon weekend. I've only ever been here on marathon weekend. In just over 2 days I'll be running down here. Pretty sure the 42k mark's round about here somewhere, maybe just back there. So this is really the final stretch, straight down the blue carpet. Lovely, look at that. First run in Valencia is done. just over 4 miles at 7:25 average in the end. Surprised myself, honestly. Did not expect to feel that good. So hopefully if I just keep doing the right things for the next few days, I can just keep feeling even better. So yeah, long may the good feeling continue.
No, Holly doesn't.
Yeah. Maybe a hint of Spanish.
Lovely.
Hopefully most of the runners will look smaller.
I'm just going to run on the wider road.
So it's only 9 degrees here.
9?
You know, be alright.
It's not been updated, it's 10. It's
What?
10 when we were sitting eating our breakfast this morning.
Back out in the park in the middle of Valencia. Should probably find out the name of this park, but I don't know it right now. We'll just call it the Dry River Park. It's basically been about 3 hours since I had breakfast. I didn't film much because I was kind of just chilling. Going on holiday to Marrakesh on Monday and have not made any plans of any things that I want to do. So spent about an hour doing that and then just messed around on my laptop. So nothing exciting happened this morning, but now we've got a mini session, 4 by 3 minutes at threshold. Just trying to keep the legs moving, get a little bit of aerobic stimulus in there, not stiffening up, and making sure that I'm ready to go on Sunday. I'm really going to do my best to just not care about the pace at all and just run at what feels like threshold effort for the whole session. And if that ends up being significantly slower than marathon pace, then it's kind of whatever at this point. The fitness is there. I've been recovering really well, doing the right things. So today is going to hold no weight on how I feel going into Sunday. Got the fresh race shoes on, pretty much brand new Pro 3s. I've worn them on 2 sessions I think, but gave them a really good scrub before I came out here, so they look brand new again. Warming up in them because I think like changing shoes is just too much effort for such a short day. I'm only going to do a 2 mile warm up, 4 by 3 minutes with a minute jogging in between, and then probably just walk back to the flat. So no need to be bringing another pair of shoes. Just finished warming up. It's amazing how much easier sub 7s feel when you've got your carbons on. 6:54 I think that last mile was, but just jogging. Wouldn't be able to jog like that in normal shoes. I'm going to just get going because it's a bit hotter than I would like it to be. Luckily I should be finished the marathon by this point. It's 11:15, which would be 3 hours since I started the marathon. So fingers crossed that on Sunday I'm done. There's a fly on me. 4 by 3 minutes with a minute recovery. Nice and relaxed threshold. And then back to the flat for some lunch before going to the expo. Just finished up the session, and as predicted it was like marathon pace or slower. There wasn't really anything that was quicker than marathon pace, and it did not feel good. Felt pretty bad actually, just a bit tired and stiff and not really feeling it. I go into these sessions thinking they're going to be easy and they never are, and that always just makes me feel a bit worse. And then that comes with the taper and the travel as well. You just don't feel quite at your best, but all I can do now is get the feet up, relax. I've only got a 2-mile jog tomorrow, so in the next almost 48 hours I'm only going to run 2 miles, so I'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. Honestly, I'd probably worry more about it if I felt amazing 2 days out from a big race, because I don't think I ever have in a 20-year running career.
You're elite, you're fast runner.
Fastest.
What's your
218.
218?
Yeah, from last year.
That's
Thank
very
you.
good.
Thank you. No, it will be good. Good fun. I ran my PB here last year.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, hope to go faster again.
Faster.
Safe. Great event.
I need to toilet. I've actually got that in camera.
Say thank you, organizers, including you, who invited me to be here.
I don't have a box. I'm one of the only 300 odd people who don't have a box. Just finishing up the first full day in Valencia. Actually ended up being pretty busy in the end. Busier than I would have liked. But we spent quite a lot of time at the expo. Then went for some dinner and now we're just walking home. Against my best wishes, Uber was not playing ball. We couldn't get a taxi, so a mile walk it was, but we're almost home now. And I guess good to stretch the legs sometimes. I need to say that to accept it. I don't actually believe that to be true. But I feel like I've already started carb loading after that dinner. Big pizza and also some of Holly's. So, feeling pretty full, ready to, well, not ready to carb load tomorrow, but I will do it anyway. And just going to go and keep my early nighttime routine. It's 12 minutes past 6, which means I'm going to be in bed pretty soon. The portaloos are out, look at that. Hope there's more than that. Never get bored of this building either. So it's just before 6 AM on the day before the Valencia Marathon. I'm out here, pretty much got the park to myself by the looks of it. I don't think I've ran at this time in the morning since we were in Paris for the Olympics. And that time it was forced. This time it's not forced, it's just my sleeping pattern. So yeah, just out here for a 2-mile jog. I had planned to have 2 bits of toast before this, but my parents are sleeping in the sofa bed, which is in the kitchen, and I didn't want to wake them up for 2 bits of toast. So some fasted running this morning. I'm sure I'll live 2 miles. Once I get back, the plan will be to start carb loading and salt loading immediately. I'll aim for 640 grams of carbs a day, which is 10 grams per kilo of body weight. I remember when I first made the video talking about that carb loading, I said that it would be really difficult to hit. It sounded like a lot of carbs, but actually I find that I hit it quite comfortably. I have no issue eating 640 grams of carbs in a day, and that's just because I love food. So I'll take you through that today, how I carb load, how much salt I'm having, which is probably the most impressive feat. A whole day of drinking salty water and electrolyte tablets that have a lot of salt in them. So carb loading, salt loading, get the feet up is the plan for today. It may just be sitting on the couch all day, and the excitement comes tomorrow, but I'll still make sure to take you through my full day of eating and drinking in the 24 hours before the marathon. Getting dropped for the first time in memory is not good for the ego 24 hours before a marathon. He's all the way up there now. Probably hardly even see him. Just over 2 miles at 7:51 pace. It felt quicker than that, but it's 6 in the morning. I've not had any coffee, so it's fine. We are good, and it's pretty dark here, but I'm going to see the finish there. Is that it? Where are we? Where's my finger? Is that the finish there? I'm going to go and have a look at the finish in the dark. This is the first 200 metres of the race, and this is the last 200 metres of the race. It's only 26 miles in the way. It does say 1 day, 2 hours and 2 minutes, but the phone doesn't want to focus on it. Beautiful. Managed to get myself lost because all the roads are shut off. The security guy sent me this way, but he was talking in Spanish, so I have no idea what he said. So it's just this big long path that appears to not really go anywhere. It's just not ideal. I like to be home eating now, but it's kind of my own fault. I wanted to see the finish in the dark for no apparent reason. It's kind of funny that none of this is getting me nervous yet, which is a good sign. It means that I'm confident. I was just walking there singing to myself though, so I guess I'm excited. Just need to get out and execute the plan, hit splits and make sure I don't go too fast or too slow, and yeah, whatever happens in the last 10k is what happens, I guess. So can't be nervous about the last 10k before you've ran the first 32. There's the start line there. Half a teaspoon of salt. It's 9 AM, 2 bits of toast and some more salty water.
Enda litt mer energi når man aldri trenger å snakke, så jeg på en måte fokuserer veldig mye og går veldig selektivt på hva jeg bruker energi på. Det er ikke arm engang. Jeg har bare lenen på mekken, og så løser jeg fingrene.
The first time I've left the flat since my run this morning, and hopefully the last time I leave the flat today, to go to this shop that's 100 metres away from the flat. Going for 2 loaves of the fancy bread because it looks most like the bread back home, and another 6 litres of water. This is a must for post race. Chocolate milk. I need this to be in the fridge. Necessities acquired. 2 loaves, 6 litres of water and chocolate milk for post-race. Don't need much more than that, eh? It's going to be a quick turnaround post-race because I need to get back out and see Holly on the course. I should have about an hour and a half to finish, get back to the flat, get changed and get back out on the course to see Holly. So first thing that I'm definitely going to need is chocolate milk, and got some protein bars with me as well, so I'll be recovered and ready to get back out and spectate. Just remembered we've got donuts, so probably won't need those protein bars. It's just approaching midday. I've been left in the flat myself, which is the best. Can just chill out and do what I want. Got the exact same lunch as yesterday. Poached eggs, 4 poached eggs, 4 bits of toast. I've also got Morton 320 drink mix and a Precision Fuel 1500 tablet. Papers, please. 1:15 in the afternoon. Some more salty water. Having a bit more salt this time because I feel like I'm drinking it too fast. Must taste too nice. This doesn't even do anything, I shake it anyway. My boys are running a marathon in less than 24 hours, way less than 24 hours. In 24 hours we're going to be steaming. I'm in such a chill mood about this whole marathon thing that I almost forgot to take this. I actually meant to take one yesterday but I didn't, so whatever. I'll have one now, just a random part during the day before, and I'll have one about 2 hours before the start of the race, just to do whatever it is that beetroot does, which is something good for marathon running. I know that much. Actually gets better the more you drink it. You get used to it. It's terrible the first time. It's actually quite good now. Look at that. I just shaved as well, if anyone noticed. 2:20. Time for a Morton solid bar. 3:20. Some more salty water. I think this is the 4th bottle of salty water today.
Also plenty of toilets, so inside that warm-up area, so just so bring your belongings, you'll be able to leave them there, relax, choose which time to come, but it's important that at 6:15 all of you start, at reception.
Some more toast. 10 to 4. Seem to be struggling a bit with the carb load today. Falling behind a little bit, but I'll hit the 640 grams that I need. It's just started off a little bit slow, which is probably not a bad thing. I guess you probably want to eat a bit more as the day goes on. Gonna have a gel. SIS Tropical. 22 grams of carbs. Just top up those carb stores without stuffing myself with food. Also, it's like 5 minutes after I had the toast. 4 PM. It's dinner time and I'm not got my Morton, so I'm going to go back and get it. It's dinner time and I'm eating by myself because I wanted to measure out exactly how much spaghetti I'm having so that I know I'm having enough carbs today. So I've got 300 grams of spaghetti, that's dry pasta, and then going to have some breads and Morton 320, and that'll be a good carbs dinner. Holly's just out here sitting with me to keep me company, but I am eating by myself. No veg. Well, there seems to be onions in it, and there's onions probably in the sauce actually, but usually we put mushrooms and onions in it. None of that tonight. No veg before the marathon, and no cheese before the marathon. Most plain basic day of eating ever. But anyway, people are getting annoyed about something out there, so I'm going to eat my now. As if I spelled the first bit. I just think go out and enjoy it. But if it's going to kill you for the next week, then
It's just like I actually don't feel like I just feel off.
But again, how much of that is paranoia?
I don't feel stressed about it. Like,
I
no
don't
one
feel
cares. I
stressed.
don't have like.
I don't feel stressed when I've got hunters and niggles.
Yeah, maybe.
How you feeling for your first marathon? May not be happening. She's no well. She's been no well for about a week. We keep waiting for it to go away, but it's not happened yet. I think she'll be fine.
We'll see.
6:25. Third precision fuel of the day. Final job of the day, which probably should have been done before now. Numbers on the vest. Holly only got one number, so I'm feeling quite special as an elite. Did you put it through the holes? I don't like the holes. I don't like the holes. I'm against holes.
I'll need to cut that out.
Not quite. Almost got 4 there. Without any issues. You never get any better at this. It's a myth that people tell you. Pinning on numbers never gets easier. Lovely. Look at that. Oops. Is that good?
Yeah.
Feels good. So I finally got my numbers on my vest. Let's do the kit review. Starting off with the Scotland vest. As you've seen, number 168. I'm going to be carrying 6 gels, 2 beta fuels with caffeine, 2 electrolytes, and 2 normal SIS. I might change the flavour, I've got a few extras with me. I've also got some cramp fix gels, which actually don't have any carbs in them. They're just meant to stop cramp. I don't know if they work, but I'm willing to throw everything at the cramp and see what sticks. Speaking of, I've got 2 bags of salt, which I'll carry with me. I've got 2 Imodiums in case of emergency. And I'm going to be carrying all of this, as well as some salt sticks. I'll carry maybe 4 of them. Carry everything in this flip belt, which I've used for my last Valencia marathon. Didn't use it at London because I had elite drinks. Don't have elite drinks here, so we're back with the old faithful flip belt. Pair of more mile socks that I get for free when I buy a pair of shoes from Start Fitness. This is quite a new pair, I've worn them a few times, but they're still nice and clean. And the fresh Pro 3s to match the vest. I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to go and try and eat some more, even though I don't really need it, but I need my carbs. Going to go and try and have a tin of rice pudding, maybe have a gel, and get an early night. Not really much else I can do now except execute the plan. It's 7:20. I am in my bed, just about to read my book. Rice pudding and SIS gel. Final carb load of the day. I think going to be just under the 640 grams of carbs, but that's alright, we'll be fine. I don't think 10 grams of carbs is going to make any difference tomorrow. But going to get a good sleep now and just wake up in the morning and get it done. Also, I think I maybe forgot to film, but got one last salty water for the night and precision fuel, which I did film. And that'll do me till the morning. I mean, I'm not going to drink all that during the night, but if I wake up, I'll have a little sip of it. Just under 3 hours to go till race. I was going to say race day there, but it's not, it's already race day.
We're all up, fit and ready to go. Well, almost all up.
Just under 3 hours to go until the race. Got breakfast ready, tin of rice pudding and a black coffee. Not had a coffee since I got here, so looking forward to this one. Martin 320 with caffeine, bottle of Precision Fuel, and beat it. Just over 2 hours to go. Is this a video? Right, good luck.
Good luck. Run hard.
Relax and enjoy it. Right.
See you very soon, soon.
Right. Bye.
Bye.
He's not a kisser.
Just walking to the start now. It's about an hour and a half to go until the race. Got great sleep last night. Probably best that you can hope for before a marathon when you need to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So feeling good. Feel like I've done everything right in the preparation, everything I've wanted to do, and unfortunately I found out yesterday at some point that the women's pacemaker is going a bit slower than I wanted to go, so might be about just finding a group ahead of them and trying to get some company through the halfway, but I'm not too worried about it. I'll just get out, relax, try and find a pace and see who's run about me, but everything's went well, weather's perfect, no excuses. There's a start there somewhere. There's a start. Where the boxes, that's where Holly and that way. So you run that way. Made it into the elite section. Don't know how I've managed this one, but here I am. I guess this is the elite warm-up area, a car park. Not going to get any GPS for the warm-up in here. So all the proper elites have their own little rooms that have got portaloos in them. I don't think I'm going to see my name here. Just warming up around this car park. It's like the perfect running location. 2.5 minutes for a lap, indoors, flat, perfect. "40 minutes to go." "10-minute warm up done." Not sure how good the GPS is since we are indoors, but probably pretty accurate. 7:38, just a couple of drills and strides now.
Standing at the 1k mark here. The race should be started just under 5 minutes.
Kenny. For Kenny.
Go on, Ryan. Look good, mate.
But Ryan, still looking nice and relaxed, still looking good, that's it. Still looking really nice, Ryan, looking really good. That's it.
Come on, Ryan, this is it, mate.
One Ryan is nice. That's 20 mile mark. One Ryan, good. Come on, Ryan! Come on, Ryan! Less than 2 miles! Less than 2 miles, Ryan! Come on! Come on!
De llegar a meta, vamos a estar muy pendientes dos kilómetros. De llegar a meta, vamos a estar muy pendientes dos kilómetros.
Just finished up about 5 minutes ago. Thought I would get an immediate reaction. Absolutely buzzing with that. That was so good. There was a few points where I thought it could be so bad, but I done it. Absolutely delighted with that. That was amazing. Finally feel like I've ran a marathon that represents my fitness. So 2:15:46 I got at my watch. Don't know what the official was yet, but that was amazing. I'm gonna get recovered, get back out on the course to watch Holly, give her a cheer, and I've not even checked how it's going for her yet. I just wanted to get this reaction done right away, but delighted. Thanks to everybody for the support, it's been amazing. Everybody on the course, met people who watch the channel, and it was just brilliant, so thank you. I'm gonna go recover and enjoy myself and celebrate. Go on, Holly! Come on, Holly! Go on, Holly, that's great. Come on, keep it going. Good, so keep going. You good? No. Go on, keep it going. It's a marathon, it's meant to be hard. Go on! Holly, 40k is just up there. You can't see it yet, but it's nearly there. Come on, Holly. You're doing amazing. Last 2k, let's hit it hard. Go on, Holly. Go on, Holly. Go on, Holly. Go on, Holly. Come on, Holly. 400 metres to the downhill section. Let's see a last lap, Holly. Go on!
Holly!
One Holly!
One
One Holly! Woo!
Can you please tell me how you did before?
Holly still doesn't know how I did.
Please, I'm actually dying.
Don't run a marathon, kids. This is what happens. Hey, come on, Jamie. Just a downhill bit to go. Go on, Jamie.
All the cycling's paid off.
How's it taste?
Lovely. First drink in about 4 months.
Second drink of the day since yesterday. Feeling a lot more, and I've got a lot more tonight.
It's now been 5 days since the marathon and my quads are still sore, but I had a good few days in Morocco. We flew straight from Valencia to Marrakesh on Monday and just enjoyed a few days in the sun, eating some great food and chilling as much as possible. If anyone's been to Marrakesh, they'll know it's not a relaxing place to go, but still had a great few days and just back home now, back to reality after a great week. I ended up doing a 20-minute jog in Marrakesh on Wednesday, just because Holly wanted to say that she'd ran in Africa, and I didn't really want to make her go by herself, so I just stuck the running shoes on and went for a 20-minute jog. It was actually great in the end, quite painful, but glad to say that I done it. Apart from that, I have not ran. Won't run today either, so it'll probably be Saturday or Sunday before I actually do some kind of run. Anyway, I thought best to end this video by filling in the blanks between my warm-up and my immediate post-race reaction. So about 10 minutes before the start of the race, I had an SIS gel and an Imodium, and then the race started without any issues. I ran the first K in 3:12, which for anyone who watched my previous video will know that that was exactly what I was going for. At this point, I found myself next to the elite women, and even though I knew that they were supposed to be running slower than I was, the pace felt alright, so I just kind of settled into that group for the first 3K. I think we went through 3K in about 9:36, and at that point, the women's pacemakers just kind of slammed the brakes on, so I had to move up the road a little bit, find a group ahead of them so that I could keep my pace. At about 6K I looked around and they were right next to me again, so I got back into that group. It was a pretty big group, probably over like 30 people, because a lot of the sub-elite men just go with the women because they have pacemakers the whole way. So that was a big group, and I got to run with them until about 18K. We were consistently running about 3:11s, 3:12s for the Ks, but it always just felt slightly too quick for me, which is strange because usually in a marathon, my first half feels really comfortable. I feel like I'm just relaxed and kind of doing a steady run, but this did not feel like this. It didn't feel hard, but just a little quicker than what was actually comfortable for me. I got dropped by them somewhere around 20K. I don't know why, because as I said, it wasn't feeling hard at this point. I don't know if I just kind of lost concentration a little bit, or if subconsciously I was playing it a bit safe. But because of this, I ended up running most of the second half just with a couple of other people, maybe moving through a little bit, but generally only running with like 2 or 3 people at the same time. I got a little bit of a calf cramp when I was going for a bottle from a water station, about 28K, and then I got a really big calf cramp about 32K just as I was passing my dad. I don't know if any of you caught it on the race clips, but it was really bad. It wasn't like any other cramp I've had before. It just like my calf like completely seized up for like 10 seconds and then released. But for that 10 seconds, I genuinely thought I was going to have to drop out the race because there was no way that I could have ran through that for 10K. I don't know if I just took a misstep or something, but it was pretty bad. It was just, yeah, completely locked up, and then 10 seconds later away and I was fine again. But it was always still in the back of my mind between like 32 and 40K, so I changed my running form a little bit, was lifting my legs off the ground less than I usually would, and even when running like this I was still able to run about 3:16s for the Ks. I could have pushed harder here, but it was kind of just finding the place where I wasn't going to get cramped, but I wasn't going to end up running like 2:18. I looked at my watch at 40K and seen that if I ran around 7 minutes for the last 2.2K, I would run 2:15. So I basically just forgot all about the potential cramp and went for it. I threw everything at this last 2K, and my body actually responded really well. I felt like I was absolutely nailing it along the final road. I don't know if that's just because people were coming back, but this was one of my fastest sections of the race, if not my fastest section. And yeah, actually this was like my favourite part of the race because it just felt so good. The crowds were amazing. I was passing people and I knew that I was achieving my goal of just getting everything out of myself. The fact that I didn't get any cramp here kind of shows that I could have maybe took a bit more of a risk between 32 and 40K, but I can honestly say that there wasn't a 2:14 in me on Sunday. So I really believe that I made the right decision by just pulling back a little bit and making sure I got that 215. I took 4 SIS gels in the race. I think like 6, 12, 18 and like 32k. I had planned to take 6, but honestly my stomach was in a bad way from early on. I'm not sure if it's all the salt that I was taking in the 24 hours before, but there was just no way I was getting any more gels down me. I did have 2 cramp fix gels though, and they didn't seem to affect my stomach at all. Even though I had an Imodium at 14k, this didn't really seem to make a dent on the stomach, and yeah, it was just pretty bad the whole way, but I kinda just ran through it. I took water from every water station apart from the very last one, which is in like the last mile. I was just pouring most of it over myself, over my head, my arms, my legs, cooling myself down, and then just drank the rest. The last thing I did was I was eating salt off my hand. I had 2 little bags of salt, which had a teaspoon each in them. I had planned to pour this in the water bottles that I was getting from the water station, but honestly I just couldn't be bothered with all that faff, so I was just pouring it on my hand and licking it off my hand. I don't know if it helped. I mean, I got much less cramp than I've had in any other marathon, so maybe it helped. I don't think that's something that people actually do, but why not if it's going to help the cramp? And that was that. 2:15:44 in the end, which puts me 24th on the Scottish all-time rankings. I'm still pretty buzzing with that. It feels like that's the sort of time that my training's indicated for like the past year. So to actually be able to go out and do it and hit it and get it right when there was so many people out there supporting just feels brilliant. Thanks again to everyone for the support. If you have any questions about the race or the block in general, please ask them in the comments and subscribe to see what happens next. Cheers.